just want to do God's will.
What you're seeking is a blessing from God.
You must expect a miracle.
You have the power of choice.
Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Life Today Live. I'm Randy Robinson. Great to have you with me. And this is an exciting time for people like myself who have been a long-time fan of films, movie industry, and you know, of course, the way it's just evolved, I never could have imagined. But Pureflix, you've seen various people come through here with various projects that are on Pureflix. Well, they actually have they're releasing their very first original movie just on Pureflix, and I don't know if you recognize the significance of that, but that is huge, and that is very exciting, and I hope we see a lot more of this. How did they decide what their first one was going to be? That's a good question. Well, I'm going to show you a trailer, and then we're going to talk to the stars of the very first original Pureflix film called Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. So watch this, and then we'll be right back with Bart Johnson and Robyn Lively.
What's gonna happen?
A man can argue with friends and colleagues whether God exists. But when he looks at his daughters, you, Zoe, and Abby, the best three things in my life, he just knows.
Buenas noches!
I got a surprise for you.
This is why we sent you to business schools.
I'm getting married.
What?
In 3 weeks.
What? You don't even know this kid.
This is for you.
Think of it as gaining a son.
What happened?
Stop being happy!
It's like I don't even know my daughter.
Not fair!
She's 16. She's not done cooking yet.
Can we microwave her?
Can't wait for you guys to meet his parents.
Wonderful to meet you.
With 3 daughters, this is wisdom, my friend. Read carefully.
Looks like it's been through battle.
Consider it a field manual.
Zozo Partay, the Todd Bob? Get your hands off my daughter.
Hey, bro.
Get in the car, now.
No. I hate you!
I'm getting really tired of feeling like the bad guy here.
You still don't get it!
I took my eye off the ball. I'm gonna get better at how I show them.
Daughters are gifts to guide, love, teach. But they're not for us to keep.
Loving you
At some point, you realize your daughter's taking her last ride on your shoulders. I'm learning to let go of my plans and start trusting God with his.
That is Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters, exclusively on Pureflix, and I have with me the stars of that, Robyn Lively and Bart Johnson. Welcome to Life Today Live, you guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
All right, I'm going to give people a little bit of a rundown because if people don't know you by your names, they're going, I've seen them, and you have, because Robyn, were you born on a set? Because
Basically,
your IMDb page is like scroll. So just to throw a couple of that for you guys that can remember all the way back to like Knight Rider. She was credited on Knight Rider. I love that.
That's right.
The movie Karate Kid 3, Twin Peaks, Doogie Howser, Chicago Hope, Jag Saving Grace, Light as a Feather, 911, Lone Star, and I'm intrigued by this new thriller movie I got to check out called Through the Glass Darkly. That looks good.
yeah.
Okay.
You can't forget the cult classic Teen Witch, okay? Because people love that movie.
Really? Because my audience is going, which? I don't know about that one. Okay.
It's a cute one. Yeah.
So, all right. So, just in the interest of time, Bart, his credits include High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, my personal favorite DVD collection in my whole collection, and 911 Lone Star. You see him on NCIS, Hawaii Five-0, The Client List. So, you guys are like serious actors, working actors, I think is the term that they use. How did you land this movie on Pureflix?
Well, I had recently worked with casting directors Lisa London and Catherine Stroud, who I've known for decades, cast me in Through the Glass Darkly. So I had just recently worked with them. We were at the premiere of that with Bart. This project came up, and Lisa was like, "Oh gosh, you need Bart for this role." And then Bart read it, loved it, and then it was like, "Wait a minute, is Robyn available? Would Robyn be interested in doing it?" And we were like, "This is really great." We read the script, we both loved it. We're like, "This would be an incredible opportunity for us to work together as husband and wife."
Nice.
We have worked together, but not in this capacity. And schedules worked out, and we had the best time. So we were really excited to be a part of this.
Now, this is obviously Pureflix is faith-based organization, faith-based movie. Of course, the book itself, based on Meg Meeker's best-selling book by the same title.
Yeah.
Why this kind of project? Because this isn't. I don't. Does this affect the career in Hollywood these days, or people over it? I'm just curious how that impacts you guys.
We say, first of all, why not? And second of all, this is what we love to promote this as well, because we are so much about family, and our family is everything to us. Like, it's family, then it's all the other things, then it's career and all of that, but family. But anyway, I'll let you.
No, I was going to say, even going back to your first question there, when the director was looking at us, when he was trying to decide who he wanted to make this offer to for this film, he found our family vlogs. And we have these family vlogs we do for fun on YouTube. And he watched them. He said, "These are the people. This is it. This is the family. Look at this. This is crazy."
He's like, "Oh, this is such a blessing. I can't believe it. I've been praying."
He just couldn't believe it.
Here
but
you guys are.
I mean, that's who we really are. And I value coaching my kids' soccer team more than anything in life. Like, I love it. I love it. So it's like, that's in the movie. I mean, this is like, I read the script and I felt like someone had been watching our lives,
Wow.
So it's very personal. And there's a number of reasons why you might take a role. But for us, we loved it. We just
love the message.
Anything that promotes a positive family that's, going through trials, but they're facing their trials with such patience and kindness and humility. I just like,
and it's something that families can watch together, which is really great.
Really great.
Yeah. So you guys working together, what did you work together previously on?
So with the
Gormer Gibbons.
It's a TV series on Amazon. Robyn was on.
Okay.
She did 40 episodes of it. I did 8 episodes of it. And in all those episodes, I think we talked to each other one time.
Yeah.
I said, "Have you seen my daughter?" And no, that's about it.
That's funny. So is this really the first time you guys have done the whole? I mean, like, you had scenes together, right?
Right. We've done like 3 projects together over the 23 years we've been married, and I don't think we said more than a line to each other. So when this came up, we thought, "Oh, this is amazing. We get to have funny scenes together. We get to have really serious, emotional scenes together. Like, this is going to be a blast." And then when the movie was over, we kind of looked at each other and we said, "That was even better than we thought. We got to find more of these."
Nice. So you're proud of this one, because let's be honest, if you've watched a lot of Christian films, it's been a process. They're good now. There's a lot of good ones now, but it's not always been that way. And it's true in Hollywood too. That you never really know. You can see, I mean, Bonfire of the Vanities, great cast, great book. Looked like a good screenplay, complete disaster. You never really know till you see the finished product. You guys have seen it now, and you seem really excited about it. That's encouraging.
Yeah, we are.
We actually haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
We haven't seen that movie, but we were there.
We were there for all of it, so we have a good idea.
Well, the director, David DeVos, he cared so much about this process, and he's an experienced, really, really great, careful director that's put so much thought into every single scene, every line, and he handled the process so well. So when we saw the trailer and we saw that what he was doing, we thought, this is gonna be as good as it was on set. So we're pretty confident.
We were really excited, because you never know when you take a project like what you're getting yourselves into.
Right.
And we were so excited just by everything we were seeing on set and how it was unfolding, and we would see video playback, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so wow!"
Right.
Party scene
that was
so
big.
Beautiful.
That was big. You get a lot of clues on set.
Sure. Yeah. So you're watching the dailies, and you're going, okay, this is working.
We knew, and how he was directing us, and all of that. We were like, this is actually going to be pretty special.
Right. When you're doing a scene together, you're on set and the scenes, maybe it's just not working quite right. And you're like, oh, it's not something's not right. And the director comes in, he goes, listen, this is what we're going to do, and makes these changes. And then it works. And if you feel it, if you can really feel it on set, you're going to feel it on screen.
Yeah. And you guys would know. And, part of the reason I read that whole part of the long list of your credits is you have the experience, the difference. I'm guessing pretty quick whether a director knows what they're doing or not.
Real quick.
Real fast. So
yeah, you know when you're in trouble too. When things are not working on set, you're like, oh, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's great, and I love to see the talent level go up on these sorts of projects. And the whole shift. This is not on my list of questions, but I've studied the industry. I'm fascinated by it. Like I say, I've had a love for it. I was a film critic many, many years ago for a newspaper. That tells you how bad it is. Like your worst enemy right here.
Yeah.
but here's the interesting thing with the whole streaming takeover of the world, and then the COVID shutdown, which really cramped everything in the film industry. Yeah. This type of project is now becoming more of the norm. Which how does that impact you guys, actors like yourselves?
You mean like a streaming film instead of
just the way the industry works? Because the whole, I don't know, is the pitch process the same, or has it drastically shifted and more control? It seems like I'm seeing more control in the hands of some of the creative people over the big studios these days. I don't know.
Well,
maybe I'm getting off in the weeds.
The process, I'm not really sure, but I know that for us, most everything now is cast via self-tapes. Huh. You used to go into rooms and you would meet producers and directors, and you have this one, which I actually kind of miss. But you also have control over your scenes, and if you don't like it, you redo it, you send it. But wow, we've gotten so many jobs. Just now, it's just like you send in the tape and
I like that part. I
know.
What I do miss though is 10 years ago, if you were right for a part, you could go into a room, and if you crushed it, if you absolutely crushed that audition, you did a great job. You knew you were going to get the part. Like, I know I'm going to get that part. Yeah. And nowadays it seems like there's a lot more that goes in. It's not, the part doesn't necessarily go to the person that did the best job. Yeah. It's a lot of politics, or I don't know, a lot of other things that we kind of miss.
Interesting. All right, we're supposed to be talking about this movie, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters,
and we digress. Sorry.
That's my fault. Just blame the host. But so this is the movie. It's available on Pureflix, and you can get a free trial if you just want to check out the movie. But I would encourage you to jump on with Pureflix. Let's talk about some of the movie itself. You mentioned liking the family aspect and things like that. Talk to me a little bit about the characters that the two of you played and sort of their character arc in this story.
Go for it.
Oh, well, I play Steve. I play the dad. And in this particular movie, we're kind of focusing a little bit on the father and his relationship and his struggles, trying to maintain a good, healthy relationship while also telling his daughter what he wants her to do for her future. So that's kind of the focus. And we really hope that in this film, the message is not that the wife isn't
an integral part of the parent.
Yeah, we just heard from someone that said, like, oh, hey, wait a minute now.
Some women are.
Why is the wife kind of in the background here a little bit, not more on the forefront? We're like, hey, we're not suggesting that the wife is any less important than the husband. Quite the opposite. Like, normally the wife is running the show and is handling all the business, and the father might be the supportive one, or the one hanging on there a little bit. But this particular story, we're talking about those moments when the father's struggling with the daughter, and how important that relationship is for the daughter to have a strong father as well as the mother. So it's not any less important. It's just today we're kind of focusing on that relationship. And it's true. We have 3 kids, and we struggle, and I struggle, and I want to do right by my kids, and I want to be the best dad I can. I want them to pursue their passions, but I also want them to make all the right decisions. And I want to be their friend, but I'm trying to, be their parent first. And it's a struggle. So I think a lot of the story elements really resonated with us, and us trying to be good great parents.
You just tell people it's a movie. Lighten up, okay? We're focusing on. So, Robyn, where would that leave you though, as your character in the film?
Oh, I think she's a very important part of the film, and how in helping Steve with his arc, which I do love. I love how he's got all of these ideas and he knows what his daughter's life, he's got it mapped out, planned out. And then she's like, by the way,
oh, I know.
And it puts him in a complete tailspin. And we've been telling the story how, in the script, it was written that the wife was, a little hard on Steve, like not little jabs here and there. And I was like, wow, I never talked to him like that. Like, that's not how that's not the team that we've created here with our dynamic and our parenting. So I talked to the director and tweaked a couple of lines, and he laughed and he was like, wow, you're so much nicer than me, Robyn. But I was like, but I think it's important to show that you have a healthy, there's a healthy dynamic between the parents, because I think that the wife does support him in helping him with his relationship with the daughter and calming him down and saying, there's another perspective here. Let's consider that.
I think it's important that the husband recognizes that too. I get all these ideas on what you should do. And the wife comes by and is like, let me set you straight here.
Right.
Right.
It's like, let me be the voice of reason here.
And I can't deny it. Happens all the time. My wife does that to me all the time. I'm like, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So three kids are any of them daughters? I don't want to invade your privacy. I'm just curious if you've.
No, it's okay. One of them. We share our family life and vlogs and social media stuff, so that's fine. Our daughter, our middle child is a daughter, Kate. She's 17.
17.
So
and we have two boys, Balin 19, Wyatt is 14.
Okay.
Yes, we do have a daughter.
And we've decided that she's going to stay 17.
Forever.
No bringing boys home, and just forget about marriage. 17's enough.
Yeah. So interestingly, in some ways you're really getting to the interesting part. The farm, you've had some. I've got two daughters. They're both in their 20s now, and I mean, with my youngest one, we went to literally from I'm going to break up with my boyfriend of a couple. She's going to kill me for saying this. Hopefully, she won't see this. I'm going to break up with my boyfriend from the last, I don't know, it was like year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And then a few months go by, and then it was, I met the guy that I'm going to marry. And it's like, hold up. And then a few months later, it was, we're thinking about getting married at the end of the year. This was last year.
Oh, geez.
We're getting married in May, and we're moving out of state. And we did all of that.
Oh, my gosh.
And you have no say in this.
No, actually, you know what? I have a great relationship with her. Really a good relationship with all my kids, but really special one with her. But here's the thing, and it's what the sort of the message is in Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters, which is you can love your kids, but you got to realize that they got to live their own lives, and that is a hard thing to watch sometimes, because you do want to intervene so that they make none of the mistakes. And I know you're tasting that, but it's ramping up right now. At 17, and it's like you got to.
Yeah. Don't say that. I don't want to hear ramping up.
But hey, let me tell you, there's nothing like walking her down the aisle. Proudest moment of your life. So
I felt a little bit of that in this movie.
Yeah.
Thinking about, because it's hard not. Shooting this movie felt so real to us that when you're shooting the movie, you can't help but to imagine, like, this is my next step in life.
Yeah. But I do think, what you said, like, you can't control your kids' lives. Like, we can't pick their spouses. We can't do as much as we'd like to. They have their own lives, their own free agency, their own will, their own desires. And, same with us, like with our son, 19, like college, all those things, we were like, but this is what you need to do. No, you need to do this. What are you doing? And then we quickly realized, well, wow, where's that balance? You have to find that balance of like loving them, guiding them, but also trusting them to make good decisions as well. And not being combative, because when you try to force your will on your kids, what's going to happen. They're going to go and do exactly what you don't want them to do.
Exactly right.
We've been pretty fortunate though. Like our kids didn't really go through that rebellious teenage phase.
Knock on wood. Oh my gosh.
So far so good.
Good for you. Yeah, and you're right. You can't necessarily pick who they date or who they marry, But you can reduce the options by forcibly removing some from the field. If just saying, just saying. Okay,
I like it. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, those tips. Write them down.
Great. I'm going to go knock on my door. Talk to you. There was an incident out in Los Angeles. All right. So, for people that are interested in the movie, and what's sort of the thing you want them to either one of you walk away with after watching the film, other than enjoying it and seeing a quality piece of art? Yes, it is art. What's sort of the message that you want them to leave with?
That's such a great question, and it's really not one we've discussed. So, you want to go from your gut? Okay, so well, I'll say I think the message I'd like to leave is that these relationships are so important, and if you address them with patience and kindness and love, and you always choose it. My dad used to always tell me this. He drilled this in my head when I was a kid. He said, "Just do what is right. Do what is right. Let the consequences follow. Do what is right. Okay, I'm going to do what is right." And that's what you do. And you don't worry about being your buddy, but your kid's buddy. Your kid's buddy. Mm-hmm. You worry about being a parent first. Mm-hmm. And if you just suck up your pride and you suck up the ego and you just continue to lead with that kind of patience and kindness and really be mindful and be spiritual and be prayerful about your the way you approach your relationship and just address your problems, knowing that you have to address your problems with your kids at the end of your argument or disagreement. You have a stronger relationship with your kid. Yeah. And if you approach it that way, I think it helps you make the right decisions along the way on how you discipline or how you navigate through addressing the problems. Mm-hmm. and just don't ever let your ego get in the way, and just lead with love and patience. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people like to pick on your industry, but you guys have been married, would you say 23 years now? Mm-hmm. 3 kids. Yeah. What's been the thing that's been sort of bedrock for you to have that kind of success in a family?
Gosh, so many things.
Well, we put our family first. That's by far the top priority. It's where we spend all our time. Yeah. It's what we do with our free time. That's what we do. Time's huge.
It is a absolute game changer. People are always saying, "What's your secret? What's your secret?" But we have a strong foundation family on both sides. We also have a Christian faith, so we have raised our kids in church and serving others, and hopefully instilling correct principles in them. Our industry is really tough, so we oh my gosh, we try so hard, and we feel so fortunate to have that as a foundation. And I think also it's important to, the takeaway for me for this film is like, you gotta listen to your kids. You have your own ideas for their lives. I know we certainly do with our children, but how important it is to actually sit back and just listen to them, as opposed to trying to like guide them and direct them and force them to do your will. It's like, well, sometimes your kids have their own path. So,
that reminds me too of, it's not just in traveling and doing fun activities,
which is really also,
which is great and super fun. And we do that a lot, but we also create times where we have very serious conversations, and we have, we talk about life and talk about things that really matter. And we really actively look for ways to serve others and to do service projects and do things that
find gratitude.
Oh, geez. Yeah. We talk about gratitude a lot. And I think that's really important to have that aspect as well.
Yeah. You know what? You just mentioned 3 key elements, I think, in success in life and in family, which is putting the time in, serving others, and gratitude. So I love it. I love it. You got either of you have anything in the works in the future, or you're working on now that will come out later, or that you're going to start working on? Because I know the timelines with the business that you want to talk about. I'm curious. Are you waiting to see how this does? Is there going to be a Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Part 2? Let me just ask it that way. Do you know?
I think they'll wait to see how the audience responds. Everybody goes out there on August 1st to watch.
Not even goes out. Stream it.
Stream it August 1st, only on Pureflix. And if the audience loves it, I'm sure that they will find a place, because there's certainly a lot of story to be told in the family.
We actually, ironically enough, we're recurring on 911 Lone Star together.
Oh, yeah.
As a couple.
Now that we've played a couple, we got hired as a couple on 911 Lone Star. So that's been really fun. And we're supposed to do a bunch more, I guess. So next season, that'd be great. But we both have, Robyn just wrapped a film in Kentucky. I just started a film in Kentucky, randomly enough. So if anybody would want to follow us on social media, follow us along. We'll be promoting all our stuff, and we'd love for you to, we share our lives and our experience and our family there. So it's at Robyn Lively and at Bart_Johnson on across all the social media. All the social media for you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very cool. No, and I would encourage anybody that's interested to do. You got a couple new people that you really like now, and do go out to Pureflix and get a subscription so that you can watch the film. If you're watching this after August 1st, you go watch it immediately and support these. I really think it's important for the people that I'm going to self-critique here, because I consider myself a part of the church as well as a part of the Christian community. For those of us who gripe about Hollywood all the time, get out there and subscribe to Pureflix and watch Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. Talk about it at the office. Talk about it at church. Watch it with friends, because this is how we get more of these projects made. And I want to give wonderful people like Robyn and Bart the chance to have even stronger say, because their projects succeed. So I'll get off my soapbox, say thank you to the two of you. Blessings on you and your family and all of your work.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being on Life Today Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
And check out all of our great interviews right here on this channel. Hit subscribe, hit follow, hit like, hit share, and we'll see you again next time here on Life Today.
All we do is win big.
You're about to ask big. I'm believing God for favor in my life. Above all